Hello again, everyone, and welcome to day 12 of Unveiling the Civility Advent Calendar 2019 series. Thank you once again for watching, for your likes, for your shares and comments. A very special thanks to everyone who sent me messages today requesting the video. Once again, I would want to apologize for the technical glitch with the video yesterday. It is now up and running for you to see day 11 of the Civility Advent Calendar series for 2019. And so back to day 12, for the benefit of those who are just watching for the first time, I did say that the nuggets this year was going to be taken from a book by Dr. P.M. Foney, and that book is Choosing Civility. And so day 12, and we're talking about the 12th rule of the 25 rules of considerate conduct by Dr. Foney. And so the quote for today is, "If you would be loved, love and be lovable." And that's by Benjamin Franklin. Another one here, which I would love to add, is by Jane Austen. And it says, "I do not want people to be very agreeable, as it saves me the trouble of liking them a great deal." And this just reminds me of a popular saying by Dr. Lubert, which is, civility is his own reward. And truly, that tells you that, it's one good turn deserves another, like they say, which means if you're being civil towards one person, they will look forward to wanting to try their best to be civil towards you as well. All right, so now back to the 12th rule, which is be agreeable. I'm sure some of you are wondering, are you saying be agreeable to everything and anything? That's a capital N-O, no. Dr. Foney is saying to us here to try as much as possible in cases where we can compromise, to try and compromise on our decisions by agreeing with other people. Times where you have to decide on the restaurant you want to go to. If it's not that you're allergic to the food, then you can always go with other people. There's greatness there's greatness in trying something new, and of course being kind to other people as well. So it's an adventure to try something new too. If that's all you will think about it, then why not? And some might say, well, I've been there before. Well, there's always a second time. You can always choose something different from the menu. All right, so if there's something that can be done about the situation, Dr. Foney is saying, why argue then? So a lot of times, some things that we argue on are things that we could resolve amicably. And two things he said needs to be two habits needs to be cultivated in order to be agreeable. The first one is the ability to consider that you might be wrong. Have you ever thought about it? Sometimes when you're maybe arguing with people that, well, what if you were wrong? Maybe because you didn't get the facts right. Also, there's also that likelihood that, well, you don't know it all. So admit that sometimes you don't know everything. And that reason, if you always think about these two reasons, like he said, these two things, it will help you at times, or most times, to compromise when need be. And I purposely stress that when need be, so that it's not a case of always having to compromise, even to the detriment of your life or happiness. Okay, so another thing he said here that I really want us to look at is why sometimes when you say yes is also a way of being civil. So he says here, he says, sometimes we don't want to say yes to people. And yes, at times, it's just agreeing with someone who's offered to do something kindly to us. And you don't want to say the yes because maybe 1, excessive pride. 2, lack of self-esteem. 3, we don't think we are deserving of that particular gesture. So it's saying to us that as much as it's kind to be agreeable to others and compromise, it's also good that sometimes when your friends, family, or anyone, colleague, they're offering something to you, don't always say no because you're thinking, well, why would you say that? You don't need to overprocess things sometimes. It's just great at times to accept their great gesture, their good kindness towards you, and say, oh yes, why not? So there are times someone might be offering you the umbrella because they feel they don't need it, and you're like, oh no, don't worry, I think I can just manage. Guess what? It's still a way of being uncivil. So, in as much as you're giving, you need to learn to receive as well. Civility is two ways. It's not just you giving all the time, it's also you being able to receive the kindness of other people. And so, I'm leaving you with these few nuggets tonight, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I do hope that you would go away practicing a few of this when you go out there tomorrow at work with your colleagues, friends. If you're still yet to agree on where you're going for dinner, then this is a way to practice being agreeable with other people when there is no force about having to argue. All right then, see you again tomorrow and have a wonderful night rest.